Hello boys and girls. Welcome to Summer Reading Arts and Crafts at the Temple Terrace Public Library. I'm Miss Susan and I'm glad you've joined Gerald and me for craft time. Let me show you how I made Gerald. He's very easy. All you need really is some construction paper. I have brown and yellow and I've got a paper towel tube. Now I had two ways of doing it. I actually put my little brown paint spots on a piece of paper and let it dry ahead of time. But you could also just take your plain paper and line up the edge of your paper towel tube with the edge of the paper and roll it on without the paint on it yet. And so I'm going to put a little piece of tape right here to hold it on, and then I'm going to keep rolling till it's all the way around. And then I'm going to tape just that seam in the back. And you won't see it because that's going to be in the back of Gerald. And you can name your giraffe whatever name you like. So there's the paper, and that tape will be in the back. And I'm going to make the side that is flush with the paper and the tube flush with each other the base. And the top part can just be the paper by itself, and it can be up top. It doesn't need to be as sturdy as the bottom. And this way it'll stand up. Now I'm going to take some tempera paint, or you could use whatever you have. If you've got acrylic, that's fine. And I just took a little lid off of my orange juice carton, but you could use anything really. And I'm just going to make some little brown spots. And they don't have to be perfectly round, because of course on giraffes they're not. And I'm just going to go all the way around, even over the tape, and that'll help hide the tape too. So you could use a paintbrush if you didn't have something like this to dip in the paint. You could even use your thumbprints. Anything you can think of with your imagination. All right, now I've got plenty of spots on my next giraffe. And I'm going to wipe the paint off my hands just so I don't get it everywhere. Now it's time to make Gerald's face. So I've got another piece of yellow paper, and I'm going to take my paint bottle. You can use anything that's round, and I'm going to trace around the bottom of it. I want to put it down in the middle of the paper, not way over on the side, because I need to make sure I have room to draw his ears. So I'm just going to draw a circle for his face, and then I'm going to put two ears off the side. Maybe make this one a little bigger. So now I've got the outline of Gerald's face and his ears, and you can see I even have a little mess up. That's okay, it's going to be in the back. So now I'm going to cut out Gerald's head. And then I'm going to need to draw another circle on some brown paper to make his muzzle or his snout. So now I've got him cut out. He's got his two ears poking out. And I'm going to just lay him flat. And I'm going to take my circle container again and draw around the base one more time, so that I can cut out another circle for his snout. And once I get it cut out, I'm going to have to place it on Gerald's head so that I can, well, you know what I need to do? I need to cut it in half, and I need to place that right on Gerald's face. And you can see there's a little overlap here. I need to cut those corners off. So I can just follow along the line of my giraffe's chin. And now he's got his little snout right there. So I'll glue that on with my glue stick. And then I can use my marker to give him a mouth and a nose, and I've even got some big googly eyes. If you don't have googly eyes, that's okay. You can just draw on some eyes. So there's his snout, and I'm going to use my black marker. You could use dark brown if you want to, or any color. And I'm going to give him a nice big smile. Giraffes have nice big mouths for smiling. So there's his smile. And maybe a couple of little nostrils for his nose. And now he needs his Google eyes. Mine happen to be adhesive. They just stick right on the paper and you pull them off. And then you can stick them onto your project. But you could glue some on if you don't have this type. So now there's my other giraffe's face. And I'm going to just take a piece of tape. I'm going to curl it up like this. Now you could glue it too, but I'm going to put it right on the back of the little giraffe's head. And then another piece of tape that's a little bit longer, I'm going to stick right inside. See how it's poking up off of the top of the giraffe's neck? And then I'll just put this here. I think I made it a little too long, so I'll clip that off. And now all he needs are his horns. You can take your other half of your circle and just cut it like this, make a strip. Cut that strip in half and put a little bit of your glue stick on the tips and then stick those inside, on the back side rather, of your giraffe's head. And then he's got his horns. There. So there's my giraffe. Now I've got some books I want to show you about giraffes. This one's one we have here at the Temple Terrace Library called Gerald the Giraffe Who Walked to the King by Judith St. George. And this is an interesting story because it's true. It tells about the king of Egypt a long, long time ago who wanted to give a gift to the king of France because he wanted their countries to be friends. And there was a very gentle, kind, sweet giraffe named Zarafa, and he wanted to get Zarafa all the way to France from Egypt, which is a long way. This story tells the true tale of how, well, the true story of how Zarafa traveled by boat, by ship, and ended up having to walk the last, I think, 500 miles to France. And the king of France ended up just falling in love with Zarafa, and he let her live in his private garden. So come and check out this book. It's very interesting. It's in the nonfiction section because it's true. Here's another nonfiction book called Giraffe Calves. It tells about how baby giraffes are called calves and about how their spots are light when they're first born and they darken up as they get older. It tells about what they eat, where they live, how the mother only has one baby at a time. It's very interesting, and you'll probably learn some things you didn't already know. I hope you'll come see me at the Temple Terrace Library and maybe check out some other Tales and Tales books, because the summer reading theme is all about fairy tales and myths and also true information about animals and all kinds of animal fiction books as well. Tales and Tales encompasses a lot of material, so come check some of our books out. I hope I see you soon, and maybe you can make a paper towel tube Gerald Giraffe. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.